This did nobody check him for no steroid. I said, he had quick hands, he would hit. I said, but why y'all ain't checking for steroid? He ain't checking steroid. And then...
You think he was on steroids?
Of course he was on steroid.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids.
Some way responsible for the performance-enhancing drugs that are being used by fighters that fought in his gym. Specifically, off the top of my head, you have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had popped for clenbuterol.
Boxing icon Evander Holyfield has stirred major controversy by openly suggesting that Canelo Alvarez may have used performance-enhancing substances. With the anticipation building for the upcoming Canelo versus Terence Crawford bout, Holyfield's striking comments have sparked intense debate and fueled speculation throughout the boxing world.
Greatest Mexican boxing fights of all time, in my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like I'm 100% confident in myself. If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me. Especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. How does five?
You saw De La Hoya.
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. You know what I mean? No, all those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
Yeah.
Although Holyfield stopped short of directly accusing Canelo's steroid use, he has consistently voiced the need for tougher consequences for fighters who fail drug tests. Back in 2018, after Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol, Holyfield remarked that athletes caught using performance-enhancing drugs should face time behind bars, even suggesting a 30-day jail sentence.
Alvarez failed a drug test before his big Triple G fight in May, and he's blaming Mexican cows. All right, here's the deal. 2 months until the rematch with Gennady Golovkin on May 5th is going to be the big fight, and he's been taking drug tests leading up to the fight, standard operating procedure. This time he popped for a substance called clenbuterol, which is a banned substance. As a matter of fact, it helps you cut weight. A lot of people use it illegally, cut weight while maintaining muscle mass. He is saying he did not cheat. He's not a cheater. I did not intentionally take clenbuterol. Problem is, I've been training in Mexico and eating contaminated cow beef. That's what he's saying. There's a problem apparently in Mexico where some of the cattle are being injected with clenbuterol, which helps cows. It's illegal in the United States, but some places outside the United States, even some places in the United States, will use clenbuterol to grow bigger cows, to up the protein content in the meat. And he's saying that what he had was contaminated meat because his training center is in Mexico and there's a problem with Mexican meat down there. He even issued a statement saying, quote, "I'm an athlete who respects the sport and this surprises me and bothers me because it had never happened to me. I will submit to all the tests that require me to clarify this embarrassing situation, and I trust in the end the truth will prevail." So far, the fight with Gennady Golovkin is still on. He's still dead set on making that fight.
Floyd Mayweather has openly called out what he sees as a double standard in boxing when it comes to steroid use, with Canelo Alvarez often at the center of his criticism. Mayweather argues that while some fighters are heavily scrutinized, others, particularly high-profile names like Canelo, receive more lenient treatment because of their marketability and star power. He believes this imbalance damages the sport's integrity and enables certain athletes to avoid proper accountability. Mayweather also stresses that the use of performance-enhancing drugs is not only a form of cheating but a serious health risk, further endangering boxing's credibility.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights. Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
This been proven.
Yeah. Oh, well, Canelo. Oh shit.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay. And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you eating steroid cows. Man, these boys kill me.
Recently, David Benavidez has gone public with accusations that Canelo Alvarez and his entire camp are involved in steroid use. He questioned why Canelo would turn down a fight with him if he was truly confident, especially considering the history of positive drug tests linked to members of Canelo's team. Benavidez's remarks have further fueled their heated rivalry, as he implied that Canelo's camp has a tainted reputation due to multiple failed tests.
When the greatest Canelo came out, the one that you guys seen that fought Triple G the first time, bro, dude popped dirty for clenbuterol, bro. Why do you think the second fight didn't happen? So, for me, seeing that was the best Canelo I've ever seen. But that was Canelo off of steroids. Everybody else that he's fought fought Amir Khan, he fought Daniel Jacobs, he fought, what the f is his name, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. These guys are all weak, bro. So for me, that's why I feel like I see Canelo Alvarez and I see like, he's not as good as everybody thinks. Because the best one that fought Golovkin that first time was off clenbuterol. That was the best Canelo I've ever seen, and that's why he looked so good, because he was off clenbuterol. So with the Canelo, he even got suspended for like 7 months.
So it's guaranteed he was
guaranteed he took it. He said that he ate meat that was tainted in Mexico.
Now, let me ask you that question.
I've talked to people, they said for him to test positive off a piece of meat, he would have had to eat the whole...
Eddie Reynoso's gym has come under heavy criticism following multiple doping allegations involving fighters he trains. Most notably, Canelo Alvarez, a longtime member of Reynoso's stable, has been linked to past steroid controversies. Detractors highlight that several athletes from Reynoso's camp have tested positive for prohibited substances, sparking concerns about the gym's environment and oversight. As Canelo gets ready to face Terence Crawford, many are paying close attention to his noticeably rapid physical transformation.
Pressed serious accusations about his gym. And the accusations are that people, or at least the implications are, that he is the one that is providing performance-enhancing drugs or is in some way responsible for the performance-enhancing drugs that are being used by fighters that fought in his gym. Specifically, off the top of my head, you have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had popped for clenbuterol 2 times. For Fahim Satur, I'll say that he did it 2 times, even though I think it was for the same fight. But Canelo Alvarez popped dirty for clenbuterol 2 times. You have Luis Nery, who had tested positive, but I think Luis Nery tested positive before he was with Eddie Reynoso. Then you have Ryan Garcia, who popped dirty after he left Eddie Reynoso and went over to Derek James. And then you have Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez popped dirty while he was with Eddie Reynoso, but at the time he was still allowed to fight. You also clearly see that you have an issue with the fight that's coming up with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, in that you have one guy that tested positive and you have another guy that looks like he's using in order to get up and continue to climb up weight classes. You know, at a certain point in time, and this is something that Rolly Romero had said, certain point in time, your body just doesn't do that. At a certain point in time, your body just doesn't do it. I'm 6'2", 200, and should weigh about 210. Closer to 250, but I should weigh about 210. I'm not gonna get up. If I was 210 now at 50 years old.
Many boxing experts point out that adding a significant amount of muscle naturally in one's 30s is no easy feat yet. Canelo Alvarez's recent transformation, appearing much bigger than in past years, has fueled speculation about the legitimacy of his gains. These questions have only grown louder given the history of doping accusations tied to his trainer Eddie Reynoso's gym. With several fighters from Reynoso's camp testing positive for banned substances in the past, doubts continue to linger over the training environment and its methods.
Muscle as if I'm juicing. If for a 30-year-old, right? You remember, your body grows. Men's body can grow in height and length up until to the extreme in your 20s. By the time you're 20, your height and all that stuff is there, right? Your height and your length. In your mid-20s, you know, by the time you're 29, your musculature is pretty much there. It gets harder to gain and put on muscle after 30.
On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe Rogan weighed in on the controversy, revisiting Canelo Alvarez's past positive test for clenbuterol and the ongoing debate over his physique and performances. Rogan stressed the need for transparency in boxing and the responsibility athletes had to protect the sport's integrity. His remarks only intensified speculation as Alvarez readies himself for his clash with Terence Crawford. For many boxing fans, the fresh doping allegations come as no shock, pointing to Canelo's prior history with performance-enhancing drugs, including a suspension for clenbuterol. They see the latest claims as fitting a pattern they've witnessed before.
What up, everybody? It's your boy MC from MCTV. I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo Alvarez is on steroids right now as we speak, and is going to be fully juiced with something that hasn't even hit the market yet. Think about it. He's pretty much a billionaire. He has access to every.
Evander Holyfield has openly praised Terence Crawford's extraordinary skill set, singling out his impressive punching power and adaptability in the ring. He pointed to Crawford's fluid ability to switch effortlessly between orthodox and southpaw stances, a tactic that keeps opponents guessing and makes him difficult to read. Holyfield noted that this versatility forces rivals to constantly rethink their game plan mid-fight, comparing it to the way people must adapt to life's changes. His remarks highlight Crawford's sharp reflexes and distinctive approach, qualities Holyfield believes make him a dangerous and fully prepared contender.
Going left-handed or right, how do you deal with someone like that?
Well, I don't know. Did nobody switch up on me a lot, so it's hard for me to say, but I know life is about adjustment. You have to make adjustment. To be successful, adjustment is always gonna be the difference between how far you gonna go.
And this is the last one, because I just thought of something. Obviously, Fury Usyk, a lot of people are talking about for undisputed. You were a smaller guy, and you almost beat. A lot of people thought you beat Nikolai Valuev, who's even taller. Even taller than Tyson Fury. How does the small guy Usyk defeat a tall guy like Tyson Fury?
Terence Crawford's veteran coach, Brian Bomac McIntyre, has voiced complete faith in their fight plan. He stressed that their training camp has been thorough and methodical, ensuring every detail is addressed. While recognizing Canelo Alvarez's impressive abilities, McIntyre is confident that Crawford's versatility and strategic mindset will be the decisive factors in countering the threats posed by a naturally bigger rival.
I'm confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team, so the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth, get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Nico Ali Walsh, grandson of boxing icon Muhammad Ali, has shared his perspective on Terence Crawford's preparation for the upcoming showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Walsh highlighted that Crawford is taking no chances in facing a naturally bigger and stronger opponent. To adapt to Canelo's power and pressure, Crawford has been training with much larger sparring partners, allowing him to adjust to the physical demands of the super middleweight division. This calculated approach, according to Walsh, reflects Crawford's dedication to refining his skills and conditioning to meet the challenge head-on.
20 people with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build-up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for forever, for decades. You can see it with his shadow boxing. You can see it.
Shaquille O'Neal has voiced strong belief in Terence Crawford's chances of defeating Canelo Alvarez in their upcoming clash. The NBA legend praised Crawford's elite skill set, pointing to his accuracy, ring IQ, and unshakable determination as decisive factors. O'Neal suggested that Crawford's technical mastery could neutralize Canelo's power and vast experience. His endorsement adds fuel to the excitement, as fans and analysts continue to speculate on how the two fighters' contrasting styles might unfold once the bell rings.
Everyone's talking about the one fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
I gotta go Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
This is the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
You have to understand that there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring down the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man now.
Right.
And I don't like.
You put Joker over you as the best big man?
Oh. Different eras and different time. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who's that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
He's
or
gonna knock him out.
He's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay.
Now it's back on. It's in September 13th in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row?
Of course.
All right, cool. You're the man.
Many boxing experts have pointed out a key contrast in the backgrounds of Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, especially when it comes to weight class experience and the level of opposition they've faced. Crawford, celebrated for his versatility and ring intelligence, will be making his debut at super middleweight, a leap that brings both potential advantages and significant hurdles. On the other hand, Canelo is a seasoned campaigner in this division, having already captured and unified all of the major super middleweight belts.
There's no Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxers.
Trainer Robert Garcia has noted a subtle dip in Canelo Alvarez's recent performances, describing them as less dynamic compared to his earlier years. Garcia believes this slight drop in explosiveness could create an opportunity for Terence Crawford. He stresses that in boxing, timing can be just as important as skill, and Crawford might be entering the ring at a moment when Canelo's edge isn't as sharp as it once was. From Garcia's perspective, this matchup could come down to momentum, current form, and smart tactics rather than relying solely on experience.
Because it's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give?
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of.
Boxing analysts suggest that Terence Crawford's greatest asset in this matchup could be his remarkable adaptability. Known for effortlessly transitioning between orthodox and southpaw stances, Crawford keeps rivals guessing and disrupts their rhythm. This skill enables him to create unexpected angles, identify openings, and dictate the tempo of the fight. Against Canelo Alvarez, such versatility will be vital. He'll have to quickly read and react to Canelo's power, timing, and defensive tactics, capitalizing on even the smallest gaps. In what many expect to be a tactical showdown, Crawford's ability to think and adjust on the fly could be the deciding factor.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evanesian, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted And I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his op. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switch, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass whip.
Do you think Canelo might be relying on performance-enhancing substances before facing Crawford? Should a fighter's past controversies shape how we view their honesty in the present?